today's Saturday. I spent half the day relaxing, not doing anything. I came back in here and then I just kind of naturally started to like kind of clean up my space. And I already feel like my space was already kind of cleaned up, but I started to go through like files and things that I feel like have been just lying around that I could just have organized. I ended up throwing out my high school diploma. I threw out some certificates of recognition that I got when I used to work at like Menards and stuff when I was in high school, and I threw out my video for when I had my communion and all that stuff. It's like I don't really need any of that. Like all the stuff that I need to have is literally here. It's all already over here. So it's not like I have to keep these things. It's not like I'm gonna look at these things. I'm not. As a matter of fact, I still have my album, which is like this thick, but I could also like thin it out to the point where I'm only just really keeping the photos that I feel really inspired to keep. Not like all the fluff that I'm just like, what is this garbage? Like I don't really need a whole slew of photos anymore. I don't. I feel like it's really awesome to be able to just like clean that up and know that you don't have like really any attachments to majority of the stuff in there anyways. Like I feel like we have so much energy behind all those things that we have in our possession, but as soon as we're, just even get comfortable and allow ourselves to like get rid of these things is exactly when you start to find that you have this like a more energy inside of you that you can create with and use to your advantage on anything that you're working on, whether it's uploading YouTube videos or doing social media or working on something or helping someone with something. It's like it allows you to come more and more back to yourself, back to like what's going on right now, because that's like the most important part of this whole entire experience. I got this book, this cool little book from Phil the other day, and I thought it was really cool because the day before that I got like a little stand for like books, and it's like literally the same color, and I'm like yeah, I'm like that looks like it's like a historical piece of like there's some really important shit in here that I need to read for my life. And I am starting to feel like such a huge shift coming through in my experience. Like people are leaving my experience, my roommate's moving out. My external reality is shifting. Things are changing. Like things don't even look the same anymore. And I feel different even. Like with me starting to go back to my workouts, like this past week was my week 3 since like working out and being like consistent and like going up in my workouts. So that has made me really excited. I already set it for myself to even be here tonight because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna talk about what I need to talk about on my YouTube, because I feel like I owe it to people to share my experiences. Because how could I help develop people if I don't share the experiences that I go through myself? Like that's such a cool thing to be able to share. Like today I bought a floaty I've never bought a floaty in my life. Like I never used to have a pool, but I bought one today and I shared it with my neighbor. Like I was like, oh yeah, lay on it, I'm gonna go get something from the house. And she was like, oh, that was like so nice, that's so cool. And it's like, yeah, like what the hell's the point if you don't allow yourself to share your experience? And that brings me to another point. It's very important to scope out the appreciation in other people. And you will see when people aren't appreciating you, when it's like they either don't clean up after themselves or they're doing things that are just like, you're like, oh, well, why the hell are they, doing that? Like for me, in my experience, it's like, my roommate Haley, she would like, you know, not do the duties that she signed up for to do. Like, she wouldn't help me in regards to even Tacoma, even though like in the beginning when we spoke about the living arrangements, I said I needed help with her. And then so it was really interesting because I didn't get what I wanted in my experience, but I was also not being very, like, I wasn't like, you know what, I don't want you to live here anymore because I just don't see us being a good fit. I wouldn't even allow myself to say that because I was still really wanting for her just to be here, like just her presence here. And then in that moment and instant when I realized that, it was like, well, you know, that's enough for me. But it's like, you know what, this shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be where I'm like, you know what, this is enough. Like, I don't want to live under the premise of like only having enough. I don't want to do that, nor do I want to feel like I need to drag people to like want to live with me or like be in my presence or whatever. Like, there's still so many like feelings that were unfelt in this specific situation that should have been felt a long time ago, not on my end, of course. And then it's like come to this, and then it's like I feel like I also realized that like I don't really want any roommates because I want to be able to just do what I want to do in my own space. I want to be able to walk around naked if I want to walk around naked, dance naked to music. Like, I want to be able to have that freedom to be able to just do whatever the hell I want to do in my own space. And even though I feel like she's not here majority of the time, it's also still like I want to give myself as much freedom to do that as possible. If you are meeting people in your experience that are not appreciating you, look at your own experience and see how much more you can appreciate you. I love you. Bye.